Ocoee's budget is balanced. WinterGarden city manager resigns after 25 years. A charity started by a 13-year-old celebrates its first decade. And will a park be named after a little girl who passed away from cancer? The date is October 21st, 2021. We're going to go through these stories and more. Welcome to West Orange on the Go. My name is Austin Arthur, and this is where we do local news and comment. And when I say local news, I mean hyper-local. West Orange, this is your news. We begin in 10 seconds.
You're listening to West Orange on the Go. Brought to you by the West Orange Times and Observer. Hosted by Austin Arthur. West Orange on the Go.
The Ocoee City Commission approved the final fiscal year 2021-2022 budget during its commission meeting last month. Total revenues of over $121.4 million, which marked a $9.8 million increase from the previous fiscal year. The set millage rate is 5.05 mils, which represents a tenth of a decrease from last year. Full budget is laid out with some beautiful infographics in this week's paper. Now, in a moment, I will tell you about a new sponsor we have, a new sponsor I'm very proud of, very excited about. Now, it's the city in which I am a proud resident. They have an incredible fall festival coming up. I'm going to tell you all about it. It's coming November 6th. But first, at their October 14th meeting, the WinterGarden Commission voted to approve a resolution supporting a no-build option for the Turnpike Authority's proposed Avalon Road interchange. City Manager MikeBollhoefer said, quote, "Almost everyone spoke in opposition of this." The no-build resolution cites the adverse impacts the interchange would have on Tucker Ranch Park, the Tildenville community, and other surrounding neighborhoods. Now, I think this is a good step in the right direction. As I talked about last week, we need to protect our local environment. And I'm proud of the city manager. I'm proud of the commissioners for taking this important stand. Now, at that same meeting, WinterGarden City Manager MikeBollhoefer also announced that his tenure would be coming to an end. He said, quote, "I'd like to thank everyone here, the residents of WinterGarden and staff and this commission. I've been here for 25 years, and tonight I'm turning in my 30-day notice." MikeBollhoefer joined the city of WinterGarden in 1996 as a temporary employee and worked his way up to finance director and ultimately to city manager. At the meeting, WinterGarden Mayor John Reese proposed a motion to promote Assistant City Manager Public Services John Williams to city manager. The mayor said, quote, "I think anytime you can promote from within, it works well with all of your employees." It would be 6 months until a new appointment for a permanent replacement will occur. The USA Memory Championships will take place this weekend at the Rosen JCC in Orlando. Can you memorize and recall a list of 300 random words? How about the order of 2 shuffled decks of cards? 14 mental athletes, as they are called, will set out to do just that and more in hopes of winning the USA Memory Championships this weekend. It is stated here that, quote, "To maintain a strong brain, people must pay attention to 6 elements." Now pay attention. We're going to go through them. Social interaction, mental challenges, sleep, emotions and stress, exercise, and nutrition. End quote. Now, I want you to stay with me until the final story of this broadcast, because it's an important story for our community. It's a touching story. It's a sad story. In a way, it's a motivating story. I think you're going to want to stick with me. But now this. When Lucinda Howard was 13 years old, a teacher challenged the students to create a project that can help someone other than themselves. Little Miss Howard, at 13 years old, told her parents she wanted to start a charity and came up with the idea of making and selling beaded bracelets, with the proceeds going to ill children in Central Florida. Her parents, Ken and Linda Howard of Gotha, helped to make beads for Beats Incorporated. The Howard's first recipient was an 8-year-old girl with cancer. They created a special bracelet for the young patient and assisted the family financially. Now, Beads for Beats is celebrating their 10th year anniversary. They're doing it with a big breakfast, and you can be invited. It's November 4th at the First Baptist Church of Orlando at 8 a.m. Now, go to orangeobserver.com for the full details. You can get the link to get your invite. And congratulations to young Miss Howard, who 10 years ago this month did a selfless act by starting a wonderful charity here in our community. The Winderemere Police Foundation's Cops and Bobbers event is this weekend on October 23rd. This event seeks to cultivate a relationship between residents and law enforcement officers. Winderemere Police Foundation's Cops and Bobbers event will use rods and reels to strengthen the ties between residents and their police department, while providing a day of family fun after more than a year of COVID restrictions and event cancellations. Now, at the event, officers help with baiting, casting, and reeling in the catch, which is then released. Now, they are in need of volunteers with boats. So if that's you, contact Captain Tim Bagwell, and the full details are in this week's paper. Now, I am very excited to discuss our new sponsor. I'm very excited because I am a proud resident of the city of WinterGarden, and that happens to be our new sponsor. So let me tell you, the city of WinterGarden is hosting a day-long celebration of the community's historic roots. The WinterGarden Fall Heritage and Music Festival will take place on Saturday, November 6th, from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Now, that's a long event, so you can go all day, you can come back. The event will include 19 bands across 5 stages, street performers, sport games, a hay maze and fall activities, heritage exhibits, and much more for all ages to enjoy. Now, this is a family event, all right? Family event. Music and festivities will be throughout downtown WinterGarden, as well as at the Sam Williams Little League Complex and at the Veterans Memorial Park. So it's at 3 locations. So you can check out all 3 locations that day. There's plenty of time. And that brings us to this week's Sports High Five. Number 1, West Orange cross-country teams traveled October 15th to Tallahassee to compete at the FSU Invitational. And they came away with some pretty good results, including the girls team winning 9th out of 27 teams. Number 2, the First Academy's elementary school gold volleyball team emerged as champions in the 2021 Elementary League Volleyball Tournament. Number 3, Olympia's swim teams did well at the West Metro Swim and Dive Championships, with the girls team taking 4th and the boys team finishing 2nd. Number 4, Winderemere, West Orange, and Olympia's bowling teams competed against one another on October 14th, with West Orange emerging victorious in the best of 5 Baker matchups on the boys' side. Olympia finished 3rd, and on the girls' side, Winderemere took 1st, and Olympia finished 2nd. Number 5, basketball tryouts have been announced for many schools. Olympia announced its tryouts would take place November 1st through the 3rd. West Orange will host its tryouts November 1st through the 2nd. And there is a first time for everything. In a battle of the area's 2 newest high schools, Horizon High earned its first victory with a 43-6 win over Lake Buena Vista. Congratulations, boys. Now, before I get into this next sponsor, we are about to hit the final story, so stick with me. But from that sponsor, it's FoundationAcademy. They serve grades pre-K through grade 12. They have 3 beautiful campuses, 1 great school. It's all Christ-centered. FoundationAcademy, where character matters. Addison Sinclair's bedroom window faced a small green space that she thought would be perfect for a picnic table and a swing to enjoy while watching the sunset. Addi died December 29th, 2020, at 8 years old, after fighting cancer for more than half of her life. But her family is determined to fulfill their daughter's wish and fill the green space in their Summerport neighborhood with the amenities Addi loved. Addi was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in August 2015 when she was only 3 years old. She underwent an aggressive 54-week protocol of treatment, surgeries, and radiation, and was in remission for only 5 months before the rare cancer returned. It returned 8 times over the next 6 years. Throughout it all, the Sinclairs were determined to make the most of every day and every moment together. The neighborhood board has approved the fundraising efforts of Mark and Kara Sinclair and has agreed to handle the maintenance and liability of the park to be named Addi's Memorial Park. Her mother, Kara Sinclair, said, quote, Addison always said that the area was missing a picnic table and a swing to watch the sunset on. We are hoping to incorporate both of these items, along with the park and the pre-existing green space, end quote. The current plan includes slides, a climbing structure, rock wall, picnic table, benches, and a swing. The cost is $38,000. They're raising money for the effort. The park will give the Sinclairs some comfort, knowing their daughter's dream is coming true. Quote from her mother, the park makes sense to us. Her bedroom overlooks the area. This is where she played with her friends. And we made so many memories. We do think the park will be a perfect tribute because we know too well that childhood is such a brief period of time, even for the healthiest of kids. Kids deserve to be kids. Kids deserve to play. All of our kids have had a crazy few years, end quote. The Sinclair family has received about $3,000 on the GiveButter.com fundraising page to make a donation toward the $38,000 goal to build Addi's Memorial Park. Please visit our website, and the direct link will be placed in the description to this broadcast. This is why it is so important we embrace and we love our children, that we do not take them for granted. West Orange, we must let our children have parks. We must let our children play. Let them play together. Let our children live their lives. Do not let others take away their innocence. I know that all of you know that. It's what makes us a great community. I hope this park will be built. I'd love to take my children there. And now I want to thank all of you for taking the time to walk through this week's Hyperlocal news with me. Together we are more informed. Together we are better. And don't forget to save the date. It's November 6th for the WinterGarden Fall Heritage and Music Festival, an incredible family event. And I want to see you there. This has been Austin Arthur with the West Orange Times and Observer. And until next week, have a happy and blessed weekend.
West Orange on the Go is brought to you by the West Orange Times and Observer, hosted by Austin Arthur. West Orange on the Go.